Happy Tuesday. How are you guys?
Really good.
Oh gosh, cats make me laugh. They are so different from dogs.
So mine don't realize that they're cats. They think they're children. I mean, they are. They're children. But like this one, when he wants to be pet, he will pet you.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to run through the slides, hammer those out. This is recording, so anybody awfully watching the recording, I want you to use this as a great call. I'm gonna just fly through it to make it fast, to make it like super quick. It's not gonna be interactive for the part of the recording because I want you to use this call and this recording to send to your new coaches when they're starting to do the inviting process for how to do that in the direct message. It's really, I personally think that it's a lot easier for people to show up in a story. Like, it's really awkward. It's not like it's like, it feels great, but it's a lot easier to do that in a story or make a post because you're not like talking directly to one person. Whereas in an actual message, you have the possibility of being rejected or being told no, like you're talking to somebody. So I wanted to make this very specific. There are examples for coaches if you've been a coach for longer than like 5 minutes, and then new coaches. So for any of you guys that are new coaches or your coaches, as you are starting to get to a point where you want to recruit, you want to help new coaches do this thing too, you can do that even being new yourself. I actually just made a story about this on Instagram, talking about how I think that we are new coaches for the first like year of this business. There is so much to learn. There is so much to experience. I mean, you are new until you have experienced a wide range of things and can tell somebody else how to do that when they face that. Does that make sense? So for you guys, if you're thinking to yourself, oh, I don't want to do this, or I don't want to recruit any new coaches because I don't know how to do this, you don't know how to do what you need to do for like a year to 2 years more. I'm still learning so many things about this business, and the business is evolving all the time. There's always new things to learn. So keep an open mind, but this is going to be a perfect call for new coaches to learn, for you guys to actually learn what to do, but also in the same breath to take this and say, I don't know really how to do inviting myself, but here's how to do it. And you can use this as a tool to share with your new coaches yourself, okay? So let me share my screen, give you the lowdown. Whoa. Yo, my Lanta girl, get it together. Okay. So I'm just gonna mute you, okay? Okay. So January 21st, 2020, cannot believe it. Quick little reminders, you guys. Number one is if you have not scheduled your one-on-one calls with me, I am offering 2 a month. I highly encourage you to do that. The purpose of that call is to get on face-to-face like this with me. You can be anywhere within the downline. You do not need to be a personally sponsored coach in order to do something like this. But the purpose of it is to actually talk about your personal business, not the business as a general, but your personal business, your goals, and anything that you might be struggling with so that I can actually hammer it down. That's really how you learn how to do the business, is you get nitty gritty on yourself, okay? Number 2 is there are 3 different options on sale this month. Make sure you're actually leveraging that. Make sure you're talking about one of those options. It's technically it's 4. Bar Blend program is on sale. The work is on sale. UPF is on sale, so Ultimate Portion Fix Challenge Pack and To Be Mindset Challenge Pack. So if you've got clients, you guys, who are struggling with nutrition or they're interested, ask them, tell them, hey, we have a nutrition program. Like think the nutrition plan, but it's actually in a program. So take, say, 21-day fix. Instead of it being instead of it being workouts every single day, it's nutrition videos. So this is an actual program that you go through. You can do it 1 video a day or 2 videos a day, but it actually teaches you like the nitty-gritty about nutrition. And I encourage you as a coach to put that on your goal board, to be able to buy that yourself, because this is an incredible tool to have first for yourself. Nutrition is a struggle for, like, I would say 99% of us. We could all use that confidence in nutrition, but it's also very helpful to do something like this to know who it's for, okay? So do that. The product of the month is Energize. So I'm challenging you guys. Remember, the product of the month is it's not something that's on sale from Beachbody, but instead team-wide, it's something that I want you to kind of spotlight. I want you to put more emphasis on it. I want you to suggest it to your coaches and clients and people on your social media, like pushing one specific product. This month, it's Energize, okay? Also, Team Bingo, if you're not doing that, do it. You can start now. You don't need to start, on the first. You're not behind. Just start now. And it's just a really fun and accountable way to do your business. I personally am actually going to try and do it like multiple times because it reminds me of certain tasks that kind of go unforgotten sometimes, and it challenges me in certain ways. Summit tickets are on sale. If you have not bought your Summit ticket, please, for 2020, buy your Summit ticket. This is hands down the best freaking event that you will go to all year long. I absolutely love it. It's in New Orleans, so hello, what an incredible place to go and travel to. It's just such an incredible event, and I really urge you to get there if you want to make this business a success. I'm urging you to go and find a success partner, whether it's in this team or it's on another team. Go and find somebody who is around the same level as you within the business that jives with you. Talk to them. Hey, do you work with a success partner? So if you guys are wondering, like, how do I go about this? This is all you do. You send them a message and you say, hey, how long have you been in coach for? Oh, I've been doing coaching for whatever it is, a year or 6 months, or I just started 2 months ago. Okay, cool. Whose team are you on? Blah, blah, blah. Go creep that team. How is that team doing? And then creep their page. Are they actively coaching? Are they actively showing up? Do they talk about goals? Are they inviting? Like, are they doing the main business activities that you personally are doing or want to be doing? And then ask them, do you have a success partner? If they don't, then say, okay, cool. I'm actually on the hunt for a success partner. What are your goals? And then get the nitty gritty. Here's what I will say about success partners. Number one is, do not be afraid to decide that person is not the right person. Like, don't think that just because I asked this one person if they want to be success partners, you have to do it or you have to stay with them, which goes into second point. You can outgrow success partners. Absolutely. Like, don't think, oh, this is my success partner, I have to be with this person for forever. Always you need to work with somebody who pushes you, who holds you accountable, that you can run groups with, that you can climb the ranks with. And I really, really am against having a success partner that is your downline or your upline. So I work closely with coaches that are my coaches, and I love them to death. I love getting to know you guys like so much, and I love that we become really good friends. Jess and I turned into best friends because of this coaching opportunity, but I would never consider Jess and I success partners, simply because her success impacts mine. So it's not a good thing. It just does not jive. You should not have your success partner be somebody that's impacting your personal business, basically your personal paycheck, right? Like, her success impacts my paycheck. So I don't want to influence her in any way, shape, or form on that matter. But that's not not to say I can't brainstorm with her, I can't hustle with her, I can't talk about things. Like, it's your success partner is more so somebody who you good job, Kaylin. Who you bounce ideas off of, but you also hold yourself accountable to, right? Like, did you do your invites today? Go and do your damn invites. Like, I'm hard as a success partner. I'm like, it's no BS. It's a no BS game, and that's just pretty much how I am. I'm very blunt. I'm very like, did you do it or did you not do it? Go do it. Like, no exceptions. You are not allowed to play small when you work with me. And I'm sure you guys are starting to learn that being a coach on the team. That's how I am. I'm like, you do it or you don't do it. Like, you either do or you don't. There's not really an in-between. And I'm not really gonna, we all have shit. We all have things going on. We all have struggles. We all have, you know, hard days, difficult days, but those will never be justified in my eyes as ways to get out of your goals, if that makes sense. Okay. That's not to say that I don't always have compassion, because I absolutely do. So success partner stuff, go and do that. Team Cup is in February. This is a this is an event, or sorry, this is a competition Beachbody wide. So Beachbody runs this competition called Team Cup, and you join a team of 5 coaches, you plus 4 other people. And together you collectively work to earn as many Success Club points as possible. Then there's prizes for multiple different markers, which is really cool. And essentially the whole goal is to help you expand your business in a very short time. It is hustle month, you guys. If you are afraid to hustle when you're tired, to hustle when you're sick, to hustle when you don't want to hustle when you feel like shit and your business is just rightfully pissing you off, to hustle when you are like just mentally struggling. Like, if you do not want to do that, Team Cup is not for you. Team Cup is to push you beyond where you are. Meaning, think of where you are as a plateau, and you are about to break through it. If you have ever broken through a plateau in your health and fitness journey, you know that you have to do something so different, and it requires challenge. Like, it's freaking hard to push through a plateau, right? You think to yourself, I don't want to do this anymore, because you're comfortable with where you were. And then you start doubting yourself. It's the same thing with starting your health and fitness journey. It's the same thing. It's like, oh my God, I don't even know if I want to go for these goals. I don't know if I want to lose this weight. I'll just be comfortable with where I am. But as soon as you get over that, as soon as you jump and make that new line of normal, your life is so much different. Your business is going to do the same thing with Team Cup. So think about this like it is a plateau buster. And if you do it right, your business can massively expand in a very short time, okay? It is grind season for 29 days. For 29 days, that's it. 29 days, it's gonna be tiring, but we are going to do it together, okay? Together. We're gonna hold each other together. You don't have to do it by yourself, okay? I'm secretly scouting for people to join my team. So if you want to join my team, then just like up your game a little bit, because I'm scouring for building my personal team. Okay, moving on to the meat and potatoes. I want to talk tonight about recruiting in the actual, oh, sorry, this is not supposed to say objections. We're doing that next week. I want to talk about recruiting and inviting new clients in the direct message, okay, in like personal messages. This can be via Instagram or Facebook, and this is that first initial invite. If you're thinking to yourself, okay, but you keep talking about how you want to roll it over to email and you want to do links and whatever, that's different, okay? That is not the same. That is inviting through your stories, through posts. That's a call to action. That's telling somebody where to go, okay? This, you still have to do personal reach outs. Think about this as somebody, you have a storefront, right? You open up this store And if you don't do, talking and telling people, hey, I opened up this store, you should come and check it out, it's so fun, it's so cool, I love blah 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 blah. You're like, oh my gosh, I love it, it's I have incredible products, I've got incredible opportunities, I would love to help you, come and check out the store, come on in. Like telling people I opened a store or I opened a gym. You can't expect to have clients if you don't tell people that you have this available, right? You can do all of the marketing, you can put it on social media, you can put it on banners, but just because you do that doesn't mean that people are gonna come to you. You still have to tell people, I have this, right? So that's what this part is. The forms, you can do that after they've asked for information, okay? Or you do that in your posts and in your stories. So first and foremost, make sure if you haven't done it already, you've done the gift box activity. This is where you write on a piece of paper in the middle right here, you write your challenge group and fill that paper with everything that's included. We talked about this last week. Everything that's included that they will get and the reason that this is worth the value. So whatever that challenge pack is that you are suggesting for people, the main one, you need to have an idea of why is it worth that dollar value. Like you need to be able to stand on your rooftop and shout to the world, I believe in this, right? You know that thing that you like are a diehard for? And you don't care how much it costs, you don't care what it takes, you would pay $1 million for this product or this service. That needs to be your confidence around this, okay? That will, if you can get your confidence around the price of a challenge pack, then you will absolutely have no problems when it comes to money objections. We're gonna talk about that next one. So that's first and foremost. All right, let's dive into the specifics of inviting. So first thing, you need to know the products. This is crucial, okay? You need to know the products, you need to know the programs, you need to know how to use Share a Cart, okay? So first, let's go over here. Can you guys see, I just opened Share a Cart. Is it showing on your screen or are you still seeing Canva? Yeah, okay, awesome. So for new coaches, if you are not sure how to use Share a Cart, you are going to sign in to your Beachbody website, log in, hover over coach, and then scroll over to Share a Cart. Now you can get there. If you haven't already, use the app BB Links. You can get to this through that app as well, or just go into your search engine and type in Share a Cart. It will pop up, okay? You're gonna put in new enrollment order, and then you're gonna type in that person's email address, and their first and last name, the country. Remember, we are only in Canada, US, and the UK. You cannot sign anybody up from any other country, okay? It does not work, it's not available. We literally cannot sign up other people from other countries. If they are living and residing in another country, but they have a bank account from one of the 3 countries that we are in, then they can get Beachbody on demand, but they can't get products shipped there, okay? The reason being is we are not certified in every country, and because we are a health and fit, because our products are health products, it's even higher standards. It's very high standards to get health products in multiple countries. Every year we start to expand, like this year, 2020, in the spring, we're going to France. So we're starting to expand, and hopefully in the next, 5 to 10 years, we're international and we're all over. But until then, you can only recruit people from those countries, okay? So you'll log all of that in. Then the screen will come up and you can choose the challenge pack that you are suggesting to them. It's that simple. Okay, and back to the slideshow. Can you guys see that? Excellent. So that is first and foremost non-negotiable. You do not risk your integrity as a coach and not know the products, the programs, or how to use Share a Cart, okay? Do that first. New coaches, this is a no. If you're new, I recommend that you suggest the very program, only suggest the program that you personally are doing yourself. Then, as you finish that program, it is your expectation to do multiple programs. So don't repeat a program. Do multiple programs so that over the course of your time as a coach, your experience expands, okay? Think about every single time that you do a new program, you give yourself a new raise or a new promotion. That's how I want you to think about it. Like, this is my job. Every time that I have the opportunity to do something new, I am doing it to be a better coach, okay? So as a new coach, it's your job to know all of the programs, or not all of the programs, as many programs as possible. Now, as a new coach, let's say you're doing the work. Taylor, I know that you're doing the work. So if you're doing a program that is that challenging, you're not likely going to be having every new person start out with the work. Now that we have the prep, that's awesome because they can do the prep. Anybody can pretty much do the prep. But let's say they tell you, I can't do that intense workout. I have a heart issue, or I have I can't do anything high intensity. I can't use weights, whatever their reasoning is. Number one, you always do not sacrifice a sale. Don't ever put Success Club or hitting a rank above this. You always, if they say that I can't do exercise for blank, they always have to get a doctor's approval. Okay, always. Now, you kind of have to trust that that is what they're doing, but I really won't sign somebody up until I know for a fact that they've talked to their doctor. And I hear that through them. Like, I've talked specifically and I ask lots of questions. Okay, if you're a new coach and you're like, I don't know what questions to ask, that's where your upline or I can help you. Okay, ask for guidance. I don't know how to make sure this person is safe. How do I go about this? That is something that you individually, that is a definite one-on-one conversation, a perfect chance to get on a voice note or a call or whatever. But that's really important, okay? And then if you don't, so let's say I can't do this. You need to know what program is available to suggest or recommend to them that fits in that box for them, in those requirements. So before Bar Blend, the main go-to was PiYo for me. If somebody said I can't do anything high intensity, I would always recommend PiYo. It's an incredible program. It's so fun. You definitely get results. It is not an easy program, but it's low impact. There's no jumping, or there doesn't have to be any jumping. It's lots of stretching. Like, there's a lot of yoga stuff in it. So they get a lot of stretching. It's great for people who have like injuries and stuff like that. Again, Bar Blend could be a great option. I still think Bar Blend is actually more intense than I was expecting it to be. So I don't even know if I would recommend Bar Blend even at that level, because you're still moving your body in a lot of ways that most people don't move your body. So I would still recommend PiYo or the 3-week yoga retreat. Like, get to know the programs. It is your responsibility, and do them. Do them, okay? All right. Next, sending the actual invitations. So sending your actual invites. Number one, you are going to send them to the people who are watching your story. So here are the 3 different, when you've got your business activity tracker. If you guys are not using that, please start now. Use your business activity tracker. In there, it says you have to do your invites, right? This is the order that I want you to invite. Pick a number, 10, 12, 7, 50, whatever your number is that you can manage every single day, or at least most days of the week. Pick a number. Whatever that number is, this is how you're going to get there, okay? First, you're going to go to your stories. That means you have to be posting stories, okay? So go to your stories, be talking something about Beachbody, or even, you can even invite when you were talking about your cat or your dog or your child. Like, you can really invite from any story. But that's going to be your highest quality people. Your next highest quality people are the people who are liking and commenting on your posts. Again, you have to be posting. So 1 post a day at minimum. Get that up there. It doesn't need to be complicated, especially for my busy people. It does not need to be anything fancy. Do not overcomplicate the posting aspect. You do not need to write posts like I write posts. You guys, remember, I have been doing this for 4 years. I have people who have been following me for 4 years. They've been following my journey. I'm not just starting. Okay? People who are coming in here, I also have a lot more time. So don't get hung up on, I need to post like Ray does, or I need to post like this top coach does, because that is not how they started out. Keep it so simple. So simple. Which means that you need to be doing your posts. That's where you're going to go and invite your next people. So let's say your number is 10 people a day. You invite 5 from your story. 5 quality people, 5 people, real people who are actually watching your stories that you could go and invite. Great. So you go through the whole list, and if all you can get is 5, perfect. You've invited those 5. Now where do you find the next 5? Then you go to your post. You're a new coach, so you just started. You only have 3 people who liked it, and you can invite 2 of those people. The other one was this random person on Instagram, and you don't even know who they are. Great. Now you're at 7 invites. Where do you find the last 3? This is where you go to your actual followers, either your followers on Instagram or your friends on Facebook. Go and send 3 people. That's all you need is 3 people. Then the next day, you do it all over again. Okay? Now, when it comes to, especially for my new coaches, when you're starting, you might not have new people to be inviting from your story and your posts every single day. That means that you go in there, and if you have invited everybody already, you go to your post. Then if you've invited everybody there, you go to your followers. You have to build the momentum, and you have to expand your network from day 1, okay? Okay. Oh, I made a note about invite from your followers list. These are quality people. They've already walked through your door. So that storefront that I was talking about, they've already walked into, now they've walked into your store. You, as the owner, it is your job as 10 out of 10 customer service to say, hi, is there anything I can help you with? That's what you're doing with an invite and coaching, okay? Don't make it overcomplicated. This is just a quick little tidbit for new coaches specifically. Yours are going to start a little bit backwards. You are going to start, your highest quality is going to be inviting people, inviting friends and family. Now, they don't need to say yes. If your friends and your family do not say yes, please do not see this as a failure. Number 1, they might push out some resistance to it, and that's because they are uncomfortable with what you are changing. That's on them, okay? That you're showing them what they don't have, or you're reminding them of what they didn't go for. So just remember that. Number 2, they don't need to join for you to have success. My husband did not sign up for to be a coach or do anything until he was not even a Beachbody believer until 1.5 years into my business. So you do not need to have your friends or your family. I still to this day have not signed up any of my best friends. I did at the time that we were friends, and then she peaced out. And so that was awkward. But you guys, you do not need your friends and family in order to have success, okay? Second thing is you're going to invite the people from your Facebook list. I say this in the new coach training, so you should already be familiar with this, but I highly recommend inviting from your Facebook list, because these people are usually people that know you or that you know personally. Okay, you have on Facebook, you don't really friend random people until you're a coach and you have to expand your network, but you haven't really done that. So go to that list, whether it is 100 friends, 500 friends, or 1,000 friends, whatever it is. I started with 500 friends on Facebook, and you bet your ass I invited every single scary, hairy person that was on there, unless they were a male. Like, I'm not even kidding. I invited everybody in my first 3 months, 6 months, okay? Then you're going to start expanding your network, and that is where you're going to start having those few people starting to watch your stories, okay? All right, moving on, what do I say? You can screenshot this, you can take a picture of this, whatever it is, I'll post these in the team page. But what to say? This is bothering me. Okay, this is for like not new coaches. New coaches, I have one underneath this. All you need to say is something simple like this. Hey girlfriend, I hope you're doing amazing. I see you catching my stories and I hope they're helpful or at least entertaining. Haha. Now obviously I can't put emojis in here. I'm a big fan of emojis. Put in emojis in your messages. Messaging on social media is so weird and awkward, especially now because so many people are doing it. Emojis make it feel, you can express your excitement or your happiness or your joy or your frustrations or whatever through emojis, okay? So just truly do that. It's a little bit awkward if you send a message like this. To me, it's just weird. I'm not sure if you've seen, but I'm enrolling for my next online boot camp, and I'd love to have you join me. Would you be interested in snagging the details? Like, this is how simple your invite needs to be. Now, tip, make this a quick text. Make this a text replacement on iPhone or a quick text on whatever other phone, but save it or save it to your notes app. That way, all you have to do is copy, paste, copy, paste. I'm gonna get to how you can personalize it, but that's the main thing, okay? That's how simple it is. You don't need to elaborate. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. For a new coach, here's what you can say. Hey, so-and-so, I hope you're doing amazing. I hope you don't mind me reaching out to send you this, but I recently got an invite to join this online health and fitness accountability group. Don't call it a boot camp because people don't know what it is. You can start saying a challenge or a boot camp when you've been publicly talking about you running that, okay? Because then if they've never heard you say a boot camp, they're going to go to your page, they're going to stalk your Instagram stories, they're going to look at your posts, and you're going to have posts talking about your boot camp. So they're going to be like, oh, okay, this is what she does. But for a new coach, you don't want to say that. Like, just keep that lingo out, which I'm absolutely loving. And I became a coach myself, which just means I want to help people as well. I couldn't help but think of you, and I'd love for you to join me. Have you ever done something like this? Would you be interested in snagging details on it? Have an amazing day. It's literally that simple, you guys. Do not overcomplicate your new coach message, okay? It's really that simple. It is that simple. Okay, so when you have invited somebody when you're going to invite somebody, how do you actually change it to make it personal? Put little details depending on where they're coming from. So in the stories versus a post versus they're in their following. So if you noticed in that invite example, I said, I know that you've been watching my stories. I hope that they're helpful. So I actually have an invite for somebody who liked my post versus somebody who watched my stories. They're saved as two different invites. They're basically the same. The only difference is you could say something like, hey girlfriend, thanks so much for the love on my post. I truly appreciate it. I don't know if you've seen, but so it just changes that little detail. And then you can also make it personalized. So if you notice that that person went on a vacation that you liked, or you connect with something, personalize it. Hi girlfriend, oh my gosh, I just saw your last post. That freaking vacation looked amazing. And then you can go into your invite. It can still be a copy paste. We have this like bad taste in our mouths somewhere around this network marketing world that we can't copy and paste. That's super bad. I agree. If you're copy and pasting and never personalizing anything and caring about that person, but you can copy and paste and then use that as a skeleton. Okay? Okay, so following up and inviting again, how does this happen? Following up is really as easy as checking in with them and asking if they are still interested. I think of a follow-up like, hey, just reminding you, I'm like Google, reminder, please read the information. Like, that's what I think of. I'm like, you know, whatever. You can be fun with your reminders, your follow-ups or your reminders. You can send voice notes, you can send video messages, you can send gifts that are like, you know, the hello gif that like reminds people that you're here, and then like make a joke. You know, you can do fun things like that to follow up with people, and that shows your personality. But the main thing is that you're asking them if they have had the time to read the information or if they're still interested. If they have expressed interest but they haven't signed up, it's really as simple as, hey girlfriend, I've been thinking about you. Did you still want to jump into this boot camp? I don't want you to miss a spot, or I don't want you to miss out on the sale. Is there any questions that I can help you with? It's really that simple, okay? As far as inviting somebody again, think about it like a follow-up, but without them having answered, if that makes sense. So my invites again are, sometimes I'll just use the same damn invite, change it up just a little bit. But usually it's just, hey girlfriend, I see you still watching my stories. I absolutely love it. I don't know if you've seen, but I'm enrolling for my next boot camp. I would really love for you to come. I promise it's way more fun on this side of the screen. And that's really my second invite. If they don't answer that one, hey girlfriend, I see you still watching. Is there anything that I can do to help you? Or is there any questions that I can answer for you? They're still not watching. I send the GIF and I'm like, hello, I see you. Or I'll send them a video message and be like, girl, why are you not joining me? Okay. So you can really do like a follow-up and just really make it personal for that invite again. But you guys, you have to invite people over and over and over again. If you go and look and you've only invited them once, that is not a reason to stop inviting them. Just because they didn't answer, they read it, they left you on ghost, it's not acceptable. Go and ask them again. The gold is in the follow-up, always, always, always in the follow-up. When you are sending these new invites, don't get your hopes up that somebody's gonna, like, don't go into it thinking, oh, this is where somebody's gonna sign up, is from this one message. That's not the case. So all my new coaches, you're thinking, oh my God, I am so terrified because I am getting rejected. These people don't want to sign up with me because you've sent one message and they say no. That is not the goal. That is not the expectation. Expect a no. They are going to follow. They are going to sign up when you ask them again and again and again and again and again. Okay? The gold is in the follow-up. All right, so how many invites should I be sending? I say a minimum of 10 because the internet is so full of people doing businesses like this. I think that it's really important that we get ourselves out there to as many people as possible. And I think 10 is an excellent number. It does not take very long to get 10 messages out. And it's so doable, especially as a new coach. You have 10 people that you can invite every day for a month. Okay, you can find them, I promise. Facebook and Instagram is a great place to be, okay? And then your maximum, it's unlimited. If you wanna do 50 invites a day, go for it. If you wanna do 30 invites a day, go for it. But the number one thing that is recommended or suggested to avoid is doing 30 invites one day and then 2 invites the next day, or no invites the next day, and then doing 100 invites one day and then doing no invites for a week. That is not as effective. It's far more effective if you are doing a consistent amount every single day. So find that number. If anything more than 10 scares you, don't do it. Do 10. Set your goal as 10. Like, that is the bare ass minimum. That is like saying you non-negotiable drink your Shakeology, right? Okay. It's really important that you remind yourself that it takes 5 to 12 times asking somebody, inviting somebody, talking to somebody, following up with somebody before they actually say yes. 5 to 12. So the next time that you tell me like, oh my gosh, nobody's signing up, I'm so frustrated, I'm not good at this, and you're thinking to yourself that you're a failure, you're not good enough, have you invited every single one of those people 12 times? Because if the answer is no, then go keep working. Those people might sign up on the 12th time. They might sign up on the 11th time. Some might sign up on the 2nd time. You have no idea. So don't cut yourself out. Don't sell yourself short. Don't say that you're a failure, because if you haven't invited those people 12 times, then you definitely haven't invited them enough. All right? 5 to 12 times of contact. An average is about 1 in 10 will be interested / will sign up. So if you're only inviting 2 people every single day, it's going to take you 5 days of 2 invites a day to get to 1 person who is possibly interested in information. And they might not even sign up. So now you've just worked for an entire week on invites and messages and talking back and forth to these people, and you haven't had anybody sign up. 10 a day at least gets you people that you're talking to by the end of the week, okay? So up that number so that you have people to talk to and you're filling that funnel, and constantly keep what I call a hot list. It's from the Rise Up planner that I'm using. It's a hot list. Anytime somebody says, yeah, send me the information, you need to write them down on a list. So what I would recommend is get a notebook. If you don't have the planner, get a plain notebook, or on, if you like to use digital, then you can do it on like an Excel, a spreadsheet or something, but get a notebook. On one side, you write January. On one side, it's a customer hot list. On the other side, it's a business hot list or a coach hot list. And every single time that somebody says that they are interested on or in one or the other, then you write them down. Then you circle them if you've sent them the information. You highlight them when they've signed up, okay? So make sure that you're constantly inviting more people so you can constantly be filling that hot list. That hot list is the people who you are following up with, all right? Those are your follow-ups. Okay, and then how to plan your day. So if you're thinking to yourself, okay, how the heck do I actually plan how to do all of this work throughout the day? It's not as complicated as it seems. Take that pressure off. These time amounts are based on the last 2 weeks for me personally, 4 years into the business. This is based on the time that I personally have had available. For the first time in what feels like forever, I have very minimal time. I used to work this business with 2 other jobs, full-time, like so part-time, and I have to go back to that right now in the season that I'm in. And so this is the actual time amounts that for each thing, okay? Number 1, hang on, I need to make this bigger. I can't see it. I'm old with old eyes. Okay. Number 1 is the actual invites. Give yourself 10 to 30 minutes to do this minimum. If you have more time to do it, then do more. But if you only have if you only have an hour, give yourself 10 to 30 of that 60 minutes to do the actual inviting. Answering messages, give yourself 10 to 30 minutes. Now, when it comes to answering messages, my suggestion is to actually do that throughout the day. Check your messages quick. If you've got 5 minutes in the car before you have to pick the kids up, or before you have to go into work, or before you go into the grocery store, like take 5 minutes, answer a message or 2. I also do something called green light message answering. It's in the tracker that I made on Google Drive. If you've seen that, it says green light, answering green light messages. What that means is you're answering messages that have the potential of turning into money. For example, you send somebody an invite, you ask them if they want info, and they say, yeah, send me the information. You would answer that message first. So you scan the messages and you find all the green light messages. Then another 5 minutes, you scan through, see if there's any more, or you go and start answering and going through the list of all of the other things. People who say no, people who say not right now, people who say, oh my God, I love your stories, or whatever it is, okay? The follow-ups, give yourself just 5 minutes. You don't need to follow up with every single person on your list every single day. Pick 2 to 3 every single day. Follow up with them, okay? 5 minutes, boom, done. Writing a post. Give yourself, I would say about anywhere from 5 to 30 minutes for this. Again, like if you don't have 30 minutes to write a post, please don't write a post that takes you 30 minutes. Don't skip posting because you don't have 30 minutes to write a long caption. Just post something simple. If you are a new coach, go into the files page of the team page of the Coach Hub and find the document labeled first 2 weeks as a coach guide. Okay, I've literally listed out all of the topics that you can that you can post about, and specifically like a problem and a solution. Vet coaches, make a post every day about either coaching or a boot camp in your stories and on your feed, so that you have something to invite to tomorrow. It's really that simple. Okay, you don't have to come up with this elaborate post. It just needs to be something that is, this was the problem before I had this solution, and here's what has happened because I started doing this. Does that make sense? So I used to skip breakfast every day. I'm so thankful that I don't have to anymore. And it's you holding your shake, doing like walking out the door or something like that, right? It's not you holding the shake like this, oh, Shakeology, but it is you showing that this is what it is. The stories, do this throughout the day. You can also save the story. So let's say you take a picture, but you don't have time to like put text in there or tell people what you're doing. I actually do this every morning. I take stories, I record videos and stuff, and I save them to my phone, because my phone does not come off of airplane mode until I'm done my personal development and my journaling, 95% of the time. I will post them after. Sometimes it's like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock by the time I actually post them, but they're showing 5 a.m., if that makes sense. So you can do that throughout the day. You can save them and do it when you actually have time. If you are somebody who works all day, your morning is cut out for your workout and sending your invites, you don't get to actually do a post and talking on your stories until nighttime, that's fine. You don't need to post about your morning if you only have time at night. Just get on there and start talking about what you did that day. And then the connecting and expanding of your network is 10 to 20 minutes. Get as many people as you can in that time. Don't push yourself beyond. It takes like literally 5 seconds to follow or to friend request 20 people on Facebook. It takes whatever time, go and find some people on Instagram to follow and connect with them, but give yourself a time amount rather than a number amount. I say 20 people on Facebook because it literally takes no time at all. Just friend request, friend request, friend request. Whereas on Instagram, you actually have to go through and like and comment and connect and stuff like that, okay? And that's it. That is it. Stop share. All right. So inviting gets to be truly just simply, hey, this is what I have. Can I help you? Think about you being the owner of a storefront and you are giving them 10 out of 10 customer service. Hey, thank you for stopping into the store. I love that you are here. Is there anything I can help you find? That's what you're thinking about. That's what you're doing as a coach, is telling people, I have something to offer you. Do you need any help with it? If they say no, no big deal. We're going to cover objections next week, so we can really dive into that. But that's it. That is it. Do you guys have any questions? No questions. All right, all right. Is there any parts of your business that are feeling hard, stagnant, long, frustrating, anything that I can throw some love and oomph into? You guys are so funny. All right. I am